It is very rare that I see a attractive woman who is against women being attractive. Have you noticed this? How often is it? How often do you see someone who is good looking who like would hate a game like this? Even other women, like when you actually poll people, I saw this poll. You're not going to be able to find it, so it's gonna. If you want to think I made it up, I couldn't give less of a fuck. But this really did happen. It was a social media poll, so again, it's manipulatable. Obviously, it's not 100% accurate. And it was like women were saying, "I want these progressive characters. I want this. I want that." But when shown characters like Aloy, and when shown characters like Eve, like sexualized women, they pick to play as the sexualized woman almost every time.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Even though they say, I want this other thing. And the reason for it is because human beings are intrinsically drawn to aesthetically pleasing things. And this is the same way as that meme where it's like the guy comes up to the woman at the cubicle and says, "Hey, my wife and I noticed you at the party and we really wanted to bend you over. Like, we were really liking your vibe. You want to come over to our place later?" And she's like, "That's so sweet, Jimmy." And then, like, a bigger guy comes over and he says, "I think you're really pretty. Would you ever want to go out with me?" And she's like, "Hello, HR harassment?" on the phone. It's the same exact fucking thing. It's like, it is literally just selective mating practices. I'm going to ignore what you're doing here because I think you are also sexually appealing. So it's like, I can have my standards and my morals, but as soon as I have something to benefit from it, it goes out the window.
It's just like that thing that you posted on Twitter today, that note that girl got passed.
Oh, yeah, right? Can you show that?
You should talk about I'll show it in the video, but you should talk about that.
Oh, this is insane. So, I will give a little context. Do I think that a guy should just go up to a girl if he's interested and tell her? Yeah, I would say that's preferable.
But then he's called creepy.
100%, yeah. But I would say that that's probably, like, more better for your confidence, But this guy, this girl went to this event, and this guy gave her a note that basically said, like, "Hey, I think you're really pretty. Would you ever want to go out with me sometime?
Here's my phone number."
Yes, and, like, they posted it to social media, like, mocking the guy.
And made fun of him, yeah, instead of responding to him.
And now, does the woman have any, here's the thing, does the woman have any obligation to go out with that man? No.
But she shouldn't be mocking him, and I bet she wouldn't have done that if that guy was like Chris Hemsworth. She probably only did it because he was a nerdy guy who maybe was unattractive to her.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Like,
which is mean, because first of all, nerdy guys are great. Maybe not all of them are like the most handsome guys in the world, but A, they can get a nice haircut and they can be super handsome. They can work out and they can be super handsome. And B, they're never gonna cheat on you. You know why? Because they already have a hard time finding a girl.
That's sad to say that they're already pathetic, but yeah, fair enough.
It's true. I no offense to you nerdy boys out there.
You don't mean it in a pathetic way. You mean it in the sense of, like, they're devoted.
Yes, they're devoted. They're loyal. They're usually very kind. And the ones who aren't, like, fedora-wearing freaks usually are, like... were raised to respect women.
And a lot of those guys, too, are doing it because it gives them confidence, and that's what they think is good, and they don't realize it's a meme. Like, if you're a guy and you go around wearing a fedora and you're not reenacting, like, detective stories, stop.
I was just mostly talking about the stereotypical ones who treat women like property who wear fedoras.
Yes, that's true.
Like, they're actually misogynist instead of fake misogynist.
What? Why is that so important to you? Hey, can you hear me?
I forgot he just gives you the silent treatment at first.
That's funny.
Did you remember that?
I still think it's really funny you do all this fishing for him and he gives you a sexy, skimpy outfit because he just wants to see you in it.
But not very strong. And so thin. I'd be surprised if it didn't break.
Yeah, I wonder if that, like...
That should be considered creepy and we should put it on Twitter.
I mean, Clyde is kind of creepy, but I don't care. Now what do we do? Do we talk to him? I don't remember.
One more time. This place is very dangerous. Hey, do you hear what I'm saying? He's not listening.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just... And then there will be all kinds of women who are like, I can't find a good man. And it's like, well, because men are mocked.
Yeah. Especially the kind of men who are, you know, like what I was just describing. If you're not a playa, then girls think that, you know, you're not good enough for them. And then they get mad that they keep dating these guys who are jerks who keep cheating on them. But it's like, that's the type you keep going for. There are different types of men who are nice.
Well, here's the other
You know?
problem. What they want is they want a man who will fuck the hell out of them and, like, you cheat on them and do all this crazy stuff who's exciting when they're young. And then when they get older, they want the nice guy. But the nice guy views them as used up then. And you can say that's not fair. Fine. Neither was what you did before to that guy. You know what I mean? Like, to that guy who was nice, who would have treated you well at the time. And so then that guy's not interested in you anymore.
Yeah.
So, like, who can blame him?
Are all angels so insistently talented at everything they do?
You're surprised? That's hardly something I'd expect someone sitting in a place like this to say.
After the colony extinction took everything away, fishing was really all I had left. Ruined streams in the city, underground reservoirs, barren shores. I wandered all over the place, my trusty fishing rod, and frankly, well, that was feast your eyes. The whole world's at Mother Sphere's will, but if it was her will that led me to this place, I think I can live with that.
I see. You've got quite a story.
Everybody's got a story, the world being how it is. Same for you, right? Now, I'm not one to make assumptions about the future plans of an angel. But come and see me again, if fishing interests you. Anyway. Angel, that's great. I thought you were joking when you first got your hands on the fishing rod. Who's laughing now? Amazing. Gotta admit, you're good.
Really? I didn't think you would say that. I suppose there's something more to it.
Yes. Didn't I tell you before?
The ultimate tool. Is it a rare fishing rod?
You should expect good things.
This is a nanosuit. It looks like it's specifically designed for water. Is that right?
I got it ages ago. I knew it was a nanosuit from the tag, but it's not something I can use. Angel, this is something I think you should wear.
Wait. This... Hey. This is the fisherman's dream. Your ultimate tool.
The look on your face. I've stupefied the angel. If this isn't the ultimate tool, I don't know what is.
I certainly didn't expect you, of all people, to pull a prank like this.
I'm flattered you thought so highly of me.
Just be glad I didn't cut you in half for this. Understand?
I want to see it.
Me too. I wonder what it looks like in the New Game Plus.
Yeah, but it didn't say we got anything is the problem.
Wait, we didn't?
Yeah, it didn't say we got anything.
So wait, there's no Ocean-made version 2?
I don't think so.
Oh, really?
No, it didn't say we got anything.
Oh, I thought there was a version 2 of it for New Game Plus. There is for all these other outfits.
I know.
That's weird.
I guess there's not.
Huh.
That sucks.
But you can talk to him again?
Whether it be open.
So what's the point of doing that cutscene again?
I don't know.
So,
Is there anything you can buy?
Don't you think it's like weirdly backwards how women now...
These are the same.
Yeah,
They're not even different.
yeah. How women now get like overly mad about other women showing their bodies, but before they used to be mad that women weren't allowed to show their bodies.
It's because they're ugly. I'm telling you right now, you never see hot women complain about this. And
True.
women who do complain about this that would be pretty end up making themselves look ugly and then they complain about it. Am I wrong?
Yeah, and then they're mad because they look ugly and they can't figure out why they're so ugly.
And why they're unapproachable and people think they're ugly?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's definitely what it is. Let's see, what's the deal here? So there's two things we have to do out here, by the way. There is these stellar tiers.
There's this one person at my work who...
Oh, wait, this one's at the Oasis, right? Or near it?
It looks like it. Who's never said their political ideology, but from looking at them and the way they act, they just feel like... And I don't mean to prejudge them, but they feel like...
do it.
They feel like one of those people who would get mad at a game like this for having a woman show her body.
Yeah.
And it's this woman who has, like, chin hair... And
why are you being mean?
And she wears manly outfits.
You're being so mean.
And she looks like a clown.
You're being mean. You're actively being mean.
And I'm just saying, when you say the type of women who like get mad at things like this are ugly, she's the person I think of.
Yeah, well,
I am being mean.
no, I mean, like, the thing is, I get it. Like, I get if you're conventionally unattractive.
Well, I just don't understand why you don't shave your chin hair unless you're trying to become a man. That's fine.
Now,
if you
hold
wanna,
on.
If you want to become a man, that's fine. But I'm just saying, if you are wanting to be a woman, why don't you just shave your chin hair?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just do us all a favor and shave your chin.
I couldn't tell you. That's cute.
See, Eve doesn't have chin hair or belly button hair.
She's also a robot, but yes.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
I guess she's like a cyborg.
Bubby has belly button hair.
That's true. I am a man.
Well, some women get belly button hair, but they choose to shave it like normal people.
Let's see here. Do you want to help me figure out where a couple of stellar tiers are before we shut this off? No?
Because I wanted to do the butterflies. I have that page pulled up and have had it pulled up for the past half an hour.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that, sorry.
But that's okay.
What do you think about this?
Hot.
I wish you could do different poses while sitting.
Me too.
You can't even do your, selfie camera
That stinks.
while sitting. Yeah, which is too bad. Whatever.
Yeah, I wish she could sit up on the chair and pull out her selfie camera.
Also, there's supposed to be a butterfly near here.
Can she pull out her selfie camera while standing in the water?
Standing or floating?
Either one.
Standing, yes, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think if you're like... yeah. Yes.
Nice.
It didn't work.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah, it works.
Cute! That's fun.
And you could do the FOV out and then do some kind of... I don't know.
Wait, can you have her, like, squat in the water?
I don't know. I mean, there's only so many things you can do here in selfie mode.
Well, I meant, like, with the other mode.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Do the Slav squat while in the water.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, do photo mode.
Okay. And then...
Go to poses.
Alright. And then you want
Each
Eve
pose.
pose.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Yeah, you could do that.
Look
Why?
how cute! Look, she's, like, sitting in the water.
Yeah, you could do that.
Oh, I like that. I like that she's sitting in the water. That's fun.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do with photo mode. It's really fun. It's one of the better ones I've seen in a game. I saw someone try to argue that it wasn't, and I was like, what games are you playing, dude? Like, I mean, I could see some big PC game, you know, like some really complex PC game. Maybe this is not as good as that.
I would like somebody to name 5 other games that have a better photo mode than Stellar Blade.
Like, on console.
On console, yes.
Like, built in or added in by devs. I can think of a couple. Spider-Man has a really good one. Spider-Man 1 and, you know, I mean, if you were to count the whole series, I don't know if you'd count it as just one game or what.
Yeah.
From Insomniac, they have good ones. Arkham Knights was fine, but it's really bare bones. I don't know. I mean, like, I just think that most of them, you're not going to get much better.
Dreamlight Valley has a decent photo mode, but it's also still not nearly as in-depth as something like this. But
Yeah.
at least there are poses and stuff you can do.
The Dead or Alive games, like the Dead or Alive Extreme games, the beach volleyball ones, where it's mainly just about the women, they have good ones.
That's pretty cool.
But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, not many console games have them. By the way, there's one of them over here. Can you look at your little thing? Because one of those ones is right over here. One of the butterflies.
This is the Great Desert, bub.
Yeah.
Where the butterflies are in the wasteland.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm stupid. But I don't know if I can leave yet, can I?
Yes.
I thought Adam said we couldn't fly yet.
Well, even if you can't fly yet, you can just go back to the Zion elevator.
All around us, it's just sand and heat. It looks like civilization just turned into dust.
Not all of it. Scavengers like me.
Looking for screws in the desert.
Well, it's a very common thing on Earth.
Alright. So go back to the tetrapod. Sorry, I thought we were maybe going to look for the stellar tears because we were already out here.
Do you want to?
No, we don't have to.
It's just you said we were going to do the butterfly, so I already have that.
Yeah. In my head, I always confuse the wasteland and the Great Desert. To me, they both seem like the same thing. They're both just massive, barren areas where everything's dead.
Yeah.
With dust and sand.
I do kind of wish there was another area that you could walk around in like this that's like a free roam area that isn't so dusty.
Come back to the...
No, I do too.
Because Matrix 11 and IDOS 7 aren't really like free roam, they're kind of linear.
That's true.
And then Spire whatever is also kind of linear.
Spire 9?
Yeah. And then so
Or IDOS 9? I don't know.
No, Spire something. And then IDOS 9 is free roam, but it's like it's so hard to move around in, you know?
Yeah, and there's mainly
and there's
just
too
a
much
couple
water.
There's also just a couple of paths.
Yeah.
Alright, so we did a bunch of these. We are now looking for, let's see, we're looking for Butterfly 2.
Mm-hmm. Butterfly 2 is at the solar tower.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So we're going to have to make our way over there. Do you want to cut ahead?
Mm-hmm.
Wonder how we didn't see this when we came in here earlier.
Oh, go in. Right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's how we didn't see it. There we go. It's kind of weird how you don't actually have to take pictures of these.
I think it's interesting.
You just have to hover over it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so then there's just a couple left.
I wish there was more Oasis places in the game.
Yeah, the Oasis is one of the prettiest places in the whole game.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have to go to the
right.
phone
I'm
first.
stupid. I forgot. Sorry.
Bubby, this isn't Disney Dreamlight Valley. You can't just click on a place and go there.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of tired.
Stupid.
Whoa, did you see that?
Yeah.
Those boxes just fell in.
You know what? Disney Dreamlight Valley is one of the best games for fast travel. And I know it's because it's like a cozy game, so it doesn't matter if you're like fast traveling places, because it's not like you have to work to get places until you've like unlocked things.
Uh-huh.
But like, I think it's got amazing fast travel mechanics, because you can fast travel from anywhere you are on the map. You don't have to go to a specific spot to be able to fast travel. And also, if you open up your map and then you press X, you can go to like other worlds and biomes without even having to go look at them on the map and then click on the specific well place that they're at. You can just like click on them from a little screen that's like kind of like a shortcut.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's really well done.
Yeah, I mean, I think in general that game is kind of overlooked by a lot of people because it's a Disney game that they say kind of rips off Animal Crossing.
Yeah, but it's so much better than Animal Crossing. It's probably the best cozy game I think I've ever played.
I thought that Hello Kitty game was also better in some ways than Animal Crossing.
Way better than Animal Crossing, yeah.
At least better than the Switch one.
And I'm saying that as somebody who loves Animal Crossing, but there's a lot of games that are way better and much more in-depth than Animal Crossing.
Well, it's
and
just
it makes me sad, because I really like Animal Crossing.
Well, I think the problem with Animal Crossing is also that they make you wait. So it'll be like, when you start the game, in order to build your house, you have to wait like half a week.
Yeah, you do.
What
That
the hell
kinda
is the
sucks.
point of that?
It's not really that fun at the beginning, in my opinion.
I mean, does the time travel mechanic mess up the game?
It can, but it's not as glitchy to do so as, like, Dreamlight Valley is. Like, in Dreamlight Valley, there's extreme glitches that can happen if you try to time travel, and then Gameloft, which is the developer's team who does it, they won't help you with the glitches because they say that you did it to yourself because you time traveled, and we specifically said don't time travel, it's cheating.
Well, I guess my thing is like, why make time-based things then?
I know, that's kind of my problem too. But like, I like that in Disney Dreamlight Valley, most things aren't time-based, so I don't understand why people time travel in the first place. A lot of times it's just them cheating to be able to do the Star Pass quicker than everybody else.
Uh-huh.
because they didn't want to have to wait a day to be able to go refresh their like Scrooge shop or go refresh somebody's favorite gifts or something, which is dumb because it's like that.
I forgot about that.
That kind of stuff isn't super harrowing, you know? Whereas, like, I would argue in Animal Crossing when it takes you, like, half a week to build your house because you have to wait, and you have to pay, and then you have to wait again, and blah, blah, blah. I feel like that's more of, like, ugh, this is boring, I hate waiting for it, and I can't do anything, I may as well just, like, skip ahead, you know? But,
Yeah.
like, with Dreamlight Valley, you can do other stuff while you're waiting. It's not like you're just sitting there waiting.
Right. Yeah, I mean, let me look at something really quick, because I don't remember where this is here. This, butterfly thing. Do you remember? Oh, okay, I think I know. I think that's over here. And then it's right
then turn
here.
Around. Yeah, there you go.
I just realized I don't think there's a point to what I was doing, because when you told me that, I thought, oh, I have to go over there. You know, like I have to activate the turrets.
You're funny.
And I don't think it matters at all, so we
No.
can just move on from that. So there's 3 left here.
Okay, what's the next number?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's my thing with Animal Crossing, though, is it's basically waiting simulator, the game. And I get that it's meant to be, like, played for, you know, half an hour after work.
But then when you're done doing Waiting Simulator, the game, and you get to the part where you can, like, decorate everything, and that's, like, really fun, and that's the bulk of the game, then when you're done, and you've got pretty much everything you want, you've decorated your island the way you want, and you've done all the multiplayer stuff if you want to, which isn't much, then there's nothing to do. Like, it's just you log on, you say hi to your villager, they say the same thing that they've said 1,000,000,020 other times, and then you log off.
Yeah, so it's hard because I feel like at some point every game runs out of content, but my thing with that game is...
It would have benefited from quests.
Well, and I also feel like Disney Dreamlight Valley is a... It sounds silly to say smaller game, but it's not Nintendo, right? And it obviously doesn't have that reputation behind it, and yet I would argue the content lasted a lot longer.
It lasts way longer. There's a whole main story to it. Animal Crossing doesn't have a main story, at least not in New Horizons, other than restore the island. Yay, you restored the island.
Yeah.
But, like, I'd argue other Animal Crossing games had more of an in-depth, like, thing. It wasn't ever super in-depth of a story, but, like, at least it did stuff that was fun.
So, here's my
know?
question, though. Do you feel like that game is more harshly judged? And I kind of do, but I want your opinion. Do you feel like that game is a little more harshly judged? Is it over there?
I think so.
Because of when it came out. Because it was a, you know, big Switch game. Sorry for kicking you on accident.
Okay.
It was a big Switch game.
That came out around the time of the launch of the Switch.
And came out when COVID was happening.
Yeah.
So everybody was looking for more content. And I think a lot of people latched onto Animal Crossing as a comfort thing. You know, during COVID.
Yes.
But would it be that harshly judged if that hadn't happened? Like, say it just came out today. It was just this fun game, you know, then they added that Happy Home DLC or whatever.
No, I think it would be that harshly judged.
You do?
Because all of the other previous Animal Crossing games have more content.
They don't all. Like, the first one didn't, and I would argue maybe, I would argue that, like, more of the 3DS one did. I think that's where it...
New Leaf had more content, and I'd argue Wild World, or not Wild World, City Folk had more content.
You think so?
Yeah.
I thought you didn't even play that much of City Folk.
I didn't play that much of it, but Nate told me a lot about it, and it's like, I feel like that one had a lot more things to do in it.
Also, that's not to put you on the spot like you didn't even play that game. I just didn't know that you knew much about that game.
Well, that one's Nate's favorite one. And so he told me a lot about it, even though I didn't own the console it was on.
Do you know where that is?
Yeah, you see that big, like, circle-y thing?
I do see it. It's right here. So is it south of it? Like over here?
Yeah, it looks like it's on, like, a big thing like that.
Like that?
Like a square thing.
Okay.
But, I don't know. I just feel like with the amount of potential there could have been, I wish there was more interactable things to do and more voice lines for the characters. Because in all of the other games, and I'm even talking some of the, like, first ones, the villagers had much more personality and more things to say.
I love you, but you're not helping me here at all. I don't know where the hell this
it's
is.
right there.
Oh, okay.
And now they just all kind of say the same exact things over and over again, and there's not really a whole lot to it.
Didn't you say that they simplified it from individual NPCs to personality types?
Yes, they did.
I don't like
They changed
that.
it to like 6 different personality types. Where like there's a big sister type, so then all of the characters who are the big sister type will say the exact same things.
Uh-huh.
And then there's like a snack type where like there's like, it's like what Sherb is, where he's kind of a cute little boy who likes eating snacks and he likes bugs. There's a bunch of different characters with that same exact personality who say the same exact voice lines as him.
Yeah, 7. Number 7.
Let's see.
I get what you're saying, and I'm not trying to defend it. All I was trying to say... That sounds like a body core. Oh, there it is.
I really like that there's a bunch of decorating that you can do and a bunch of amazing items in Animal Crossing New Horizons. But then Animal Crossing Pocket Camp came out around a similar time, and it has much more, much more furniture that has a lot more effort put into it. Like, a lot of the furniture in Animal Crossing New Horizons is kind of IKEA-y, whereas in New Leaf before that, they had a lot of different styles. Like, they had a style called Rococo and stuff like that.
Poor IKEA just got slaughtered in this comparison. It didn't do anything. It just got friendly fire for being...
Well, you know how, like, things like from IKEA are super simple and minimalist?
Yeah.
Well, there used to be a lot more stylistic things in New Leaf. And then in New Horizons, things got much more simple until they did that mermaid update, where they, like, added in some mermaid furniture, but that's about it.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a few other things that are, like, kind of stylistic, but not nearly as many as there used to be. And then Animal Crossing Pocket Camp came out, well, a little bit before New Horizons did. And there's a bunch of extremely stylistic, really cool, like, blow-you-away furniture.
It'll blow me?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you know what? For a long time, it was paid for. You had to buy fortune cookies in order to get that kind of furniture. Sort of thing. And now, like, since Pocket Camp is shutting down or whatever, you can pay $10 and you can get, like, the whole game.
You're going to do that, aren't you?
I already did.
Oh, you did? Okay. Because I told...
Yeah.
I didn't tell you to do that, but I asked you if you would do that, and I said you should, and then I didn't know if you did.
They said in the description of that you can, like, get fortune cookies to be able to buy things from the old, like, things that they had. It was kind of like a gacha system, where, like, you would get an item with a fortune cookie, and you had to buy the fortune cookie, and you didn't know which item you were going to get.
Uh-huh.
But now they're going to give you the fortune cookies for free by playing the game, since you paid $10 for the full game, since the game's shutting down.
Uh-huh. Can you import your stuff from the online version to the offline?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet. But my point is, the only reason they put extremely cool furniture in Pocket Camp is because it was paid for and you had to gotcha it, which meant they were going to get a lot more money. Whereas in Animal Crossing New Horizons, it was just a one-time payment and there wasn't microtransactions. So they put a lot less effort into the decorations, and the entire point of the game is decorating.
Mm-hmm. I guess my point was also that I didn't think it was supposed to be as in-depth of a game as people made it. Like, I think that people really wanted it to be, and I understand that, but that one on the Switch, it seems to me like it was always designed to be more of like a proof of concept Animal Crossing on a modern console. Mm-hmm. It hadn't been, you gotta think, it had not been on a modern on-your-TV console since the Wii. I think that the time it came out in, plus the fact that the 3DS one was more in-depth, to me what it felt like they were going for was just simplifying everything. Like, it felt like they were trying to make this more casual, simple, simplified game that they... Did you say it's south of this? Mm-hmm. South of the junkyard?
They said behind the camp.
Behind the camp, okay.
They said there's red panels you can jump on.
Oh, got it. So, to me... that seems like it was almost like they were going for a totally different audience, and I think that was their mistake, is what I was trying to get to. My point is, I think that they were trying to court this different audience of, well, now there's all these kids that bought the Switch, and the Switch is basically the new Wii. Like, they looked at the Switch as the new Wii, where it's like, this is our biggest, best-selling thing in a long-ass time. You know, let's make it casual, let's appeal to, like, gamers who have 3 hours a week to play a game. And because of that, I think some of their games, that one included, suffered from this casual drop-off where it just didn't have the same level of effort put into it because it
agree.
was designed for. It's like sports games. It's designed for like that guy who came to our house and worked on our events. Like, he doesn't give a shit about the deep mechanics of the game. I'm not being mean. He's busy with his job, and so to him,
What number is that?
That's the one that you told me to go across the red panels, and I haven't found it yet.
Yeah, it says behind the junkyard camp. You should find it.
Right, I went across the red panels.
Did you look at the picture?
Yes.
Oh. Yay! I just think it's ridiculous that they didn't add more to it with more DLCs, because the Switch is capable of much more, and people kept asking for more things like farming, because they added in certain things so that you can like grow, and people wanted more of that. And people wanted the personalities more expanded like they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And people wanted more places to decorate in.
This is the last one.
Because the island, even though it feels big, is too small.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
What number is it?
10, the last one.
It's in the plant, that fishing spot in the southeast corner.
Oh. Okay. I don't blame Nintendo for not pushing out content during COVID. The reason being, do I think COVID should have shut down the whole world? No, I don't. But it did. So there was no one in the fucking office to do it. So it's like, I get that, but why couldn't they, when things started calming down and they started getting workers again, like actually doing their damn job, why couldn't they then add to it? Like, why couldn't you get a DLC for it a year ago? That's my question about it. It's like, why'd they stop?
They did one DLC for Animal Crossing, and then they said, we're not going to do anymore.
And that's my question. Where did they go?
And it makes me upset because there are things in New Leaf that I really enjoyed playing. Like, you used to be able to go to a separate island and play mini games, and you could play them on your own or with your friends, like through the multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
And they shut down that multiplayer, by the way, so you can't do that anymore. You can still play the mini games, but you can't play with friends anymore. And I used to do that all the time with my sister when I was very young. And then New Horizons doesn't have any mini games like that at all. And they were very fun mini games, by the way. And Cappen's entire point in like most of the other games was like to be able to bring you to things that mattered. And then in New Horizons, he just brings you to a shitty little island. And the shitty little island's entire point is you can gather wood there, you can catch a bug, and there's a villager there sometimes that you can talk to, and you can ask them to come switch out a different villager on your village, even though they'll say the exact same things as your previous villager did. Mm-hmm. And it just makes me sad because he used to bring you to an island that had a bunch of cool mini games and stuff on it, and you'd be able to win prizes for doing that, and there was a lot more in-depth fun mechanics. The museum used to be bigger. There was just a lot more fun that could have been had. And when they came out with that DLC where you could like decorate houses and stuff based off what your clients want, it was really fun until you did all of the requests, and then you just got the same requests over and over again.
Yeah.
From different villagers.
Well, and to me,
there wasn't enough content.
Well, to me, it also didn't really seem any more interesting than just playing Happy Home Designer.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. And then they didn't even add in like tons more furniture or anything for you to use. I think they like let you use furniture you didn't own to be able to decorate those places.
Look, you get a reward for this.
Cool. A
Pisces.
war dress. Okay.
Look, it says fish in a sandy desert, so you can take pictures of fish in the desert.
Okay. Let's do that. But you know what I mean? Like, there used to be a lot more stuff that you could do that was fun. And then they finally added in a DLC that was really fun and unique and enjoyable. And there was new characters and stuff. And then there wasn't enough of it to... And then they didn't add anything more. And I felt like that game needed more. It needed to have some mini games in on it or something for people to play multiplayer with. And it needed just, like, more stylistic items. It needed some more hairstyles, even though they added in hairstyles. But the only reason they added in hairstyles, by the way...
Do you like this?
Yeah, that's cute. The only reason they added in hairstyles, by the way, is they only added in hairstyles for black people because black people on Twitter got really mad that Animal Crossing didn't have enough ethnicity hairstyles. So they added in a bunch of hairstyles for black people only, and then they never added in any other hairstyles ever again to that game. And it was just because people got mad at them on Twitter for being racist.
Oh. Okay.
I love that outfit.
Yeah, I don't feel like this hair goes with it too well, though.
No. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that game just could have been better, and it makes me upset because I really like Animal Crossing. I'm a big fan. But, you know, then I play games like Disney Dreamlight Valley that, like, have fun things to do. And it's like, it makes me think, oh, you know, this is really fun. I wish Animal Crossing was like this. I wish the villagers would ask me to do things for them sometimes. And it wouldn't just be the same thing over and over again. Like, how sometimes there can be, like, a villager who asks you to go dig up a piece of treasure for them, and if you don't get it in time, boo-hoo, you don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
That's, like, that's the only mini game I can think of that's, like, in the game. And it's not that fun. And then sometimes I think a villager, you can, like, give them a lost item that they lost, and that's about it.
Well, I think it makes a game like that look really bad when you have a game like this, like Stellar Blade, and they're still adding stuff.
Yeah.
Like, just for free. Just cosmetics, or we added this thing for this, I don't know, holiday update or whatever. And it's all just free. I feel like that really makes games like, you know, like that look really bare bones.
Pathetic.
Yeah, like they're not trying. I don't know.
Well, I just kind of feel like they could have done some more stuff. You know, like, I feel like some of the events could have had more things going on. I feel like if you do it one year, you should get something, and then maybe if you do it a second year, you'll get something else.
Right.
You know, because I've heard of them doing that in the past. I'm pretty sure in New Leaf, there was something like that. And I remember, I was very, very young, so I'm not going to, like, remember this perfectly, but there was something you could do where it's like, when you did it the second year in a row or something, you'd get something special.
Mm-hmm.
And then it
See, they put Nemo in here?
That's cute. It kept doing stuff like that along the series, where, like, there was fun secrets and stuff you could find. There's not really any fun secrets in New Horizons.
Yeah, they kind of just fell off. Well, and real quick, I was letting you go on your 20-minute rant here.
It just makes me sad, because I feel like they could have done a lot better.
Right, and let me add one thing here, which is something I can talk about in the future, because I think we're turning this off here. Something that I've seen that did the exact same thing was Pokemon. It tried to appeal... What is going on there? What was that?
I had a hiccup / burp.
It was trying to appeal to a more casual audience. It was trying to tone it back. It was trying to be like, look, Pokemon on the Switch. Like, that was their whole push. Just like, look, Animal Crossing on the Switch. And that was where a majority of the draw was supposed to come from. Mm-hmm. And to me, that shouldn't be a majority of your draw. Like, your draw shouldn't just be, now we're on your TV. You know, because if you're on the TV now, but your game is simpler than the 3DS, same thing happened to Pokemon. You know, like the modern Pokemon, I would argue Scarlet and Violet are not as good games as Pokemon X, Y, and like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, all on the 3DS. They're not as good at games. They're not as technically in depth. They don't have as much to do. Mm-hmm. They're not as interesting of environments. They don't run as well, which is pathetic.
And after a while, there's nothing to do.
And after a while, there's nothing to do.
Just like in Animal Crossing, after a while, there's just nothing to do.
And that's what I was trying to say, is I feel like a lot of games, with Zelda being one of the ones that didn't, a lot of the Nintendo games, when they made a jump to Switch, not all, but there's a few series like Animal Crossing and Pokemon, where unfortunately the big push from the team became, look, we're on the Switch now. And I feel like that should not be the push.
I agree.
Like that... And that worries me for the Switch, too. Like, if they do another Animal Crossing, is it just going to be, now we're on the Switch, too? Because I'm okay with that for Smash Bros. Like, you take the Wii U version, you make it better. Mm-hmm. Or you take the Wii U version of Xenoblade Chronicles X, and you're like, we're putting it on the Switch, it's better. That's like a revamp of an existing game. I'm not okay for that for a new title like Animal Crossing or Pokemon.
But then with a game like this, you finish the game, and it's not just... There's nothing to do. There's boss challenges, and then you can replay the game and get new stuff.
And they added in things.
And they added in events and stuff. It's like, I don't know. It just makes me sad, because there's so many games that, like, there is not just a drop off of, well, now there's nothing to do.
Right.
And I feel like you don't get as much of your money's worth anymore for Switch games. Because I felt like, you know, for the amount of money Animal Crossing was, which I think it was like $50 or $60.
Yeah, you're right.
I feel like, even though I got a good amount of hours out of it, there could have been more for my entertainment. And, like, especially with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I loved the game. But for that amount of money, I feel like there should have been more. You know?
Yeah, there absolutely should have been. And, I mean, I don't think just tossing in the occasional character that you can unlock, like, in terms of we added an event where just this guy spawns and he's shiny now, that's not really new content.
No.
That's just kind of lazy.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where Pokemon was at. It got one major DLC, but that major DLC made the game, to me, feel like the way it should have felt out of the box. That major DLC they got with the zones. And even then, the game still doesn't run well.
And the biggest reason I have so many hours on Animal Crossing New Horizon is because A, I didn't have very many other games because I was poor, and B, the game is extremely grindy because they want you to grind things for hours and hours and hours, and I don't count that as like hours of content. I count that as just
boring.
You're forcing me to grind.
Yeah, which is why people do the skipping ahead stuff too.
Yeah.